figures in our history, such as Motion Momushoye or Abaykhon Live. Those people have contributed to the development of Kazakhstan and the beginning of its independence. And due to that, also most people don't know, like, they may not know about exact historical figure. However, most people know about most of these paintings that are famous. And even if they don't know, most of the times people appreciate paintings and treat them as if it's an heirloom passed down from generation to generation, and not just as a decoration. And in our country, it isn't just a form of entertainment or decoration or something like that.
Mhm.
Art is a pathway to the present and the future, or in the past.
Okay. Then conclusion. I said to you in the past, do you remember? I need to feel that you finish your answer.
If that doesn't count, yeah, then it's a pathway between past and present. So, in conclusion, I'd say that art is very important for our country. Although each person may differ in their understandings of paintings, however, we all appreciate every painting.
Voice tone. Appreciate every painting. Little bit volume down. Okay? You need to show me. And not talk like you are sleeping or I'm your girlfriend. I need to feel the words. Not monotonous speech, please. Okay? Like this. Not yawn, wake up. Or not a pilot, please. You are not a pilot.
I'm sleepy, it's just that.
No, you are talking in the videos like this. You are talking like a pilot. Dear teacher, my hometown is famous. Something like that. You are not a pilot. You are not your flirt.
I keep yawning the more I think about it.
I said, okay, in the first lesson, you can talk relax like in Starbucks, but it's not like this. Oh, Almaty has a lot of benefits. Something like that, not like this, of course. Okay? So, next one. Can you read this question? Wait, wake up. Question 2, and answer, please. First read, and then give me your own answer.
Do people in your country prefer music over art? To be honest, I think music is more accessible, and that makes it more popular than visual art among the general public. You don't need a gallery or a ticket to experience music. It's on the radio, in cafes, even on public transport, especially traditional music like dobra melodies or show singing still plays a big role in national events. On the other hand, visual art tends to be appreciated more by people who seek it out, like university students or those in creative professions. But interestingly, when you look at local festivals, you often see both art and music combined, which shows they're not seen as completely separate. I also use background music when creating visuals for my online course. It really enhances how people feel about the content. So yeah, solo music might be more mainstream. I think it complements art rather than a complete suicide. In the end, they both serve to express who you are just through different senses.
In your answer, please,
So,
I need to hear you word by word. Each sentence, start and then go up to the peak and then come down. With your voice tone. With your voice tone. And then give spaces, give a pause between your sentences. Always. To make it clear. And then not try to talk like British people. Okay,
Okay.
okay, wake up. Let's go.
From my point of view, I think that music overall is a lot more accessible compared to art, since art isn't widely appreciated in the world compared to music. Music is easily accessible. You almost hear it in everyday life, whether it be in cafes, in malls, or even YouTube videos.
On YouTube videos. Heard, not heard, heard.
YouTube videos.
Mhm.
Yeah. On the other, meanwhile, art is something that you don't see very often compared to music.
You do not encounter with, face with. Encounter, experience.
Yeah. You don't encounter art as much as you do music.
Actually, you can say it like this. Okay, can you give me your sentence again? While I'm talking, I forgot your sentence. Even you forgot your own sentence.
Art compared to music isn't as
compared to music, art. Compared to music, art doesn't take much space in our life. Maybe we can say like this.
Okay. Compared to music, art doesn't take much space in our lives. We don't see it very often, and most of the time when we see it, it's either when you're learning about history or when you're going to museums or art galleries. Moreover, music has a larger audience and a more widespread one, since music has many different types of genres for every type individual. Meanwhile, art, most of the popular art pieces are from the past, and most of them share a similar style. Due to that, some people may not like it completely. So, yeah, I think that music is, my country prefers music way more than art, since we encounter it in our everyday lives, and it has a larger audience, and it's just a lot more diverse compared to art.
So, next one. Can you read the next question and answer, please?
What are some traditional art forms in your country? Art forms?
Yeah. Read the answer, please, first.
I don't even know. I think that in my country...
First, read the answer. If you don't know, how can you talk? First, read.
Well, two of the most well-known traditional art forms in my country are folk making and miniature painting, as they both reflect our nomadic roots and attention to detail. Folk making, for example, isn't just a craft, it's a social activity where communities come together to design intricate patterns that often carry symbolic meaning. I remember watching my grandmother make a shirt back, and each color trim had a story. Miniature painting, on the other hand, often illustrates ancient epics and historical scenes in great detail, almost like a visual archive. They also have decorative wood carvings and jewelry making, especially with silver, which is often passed down through generations. These crafts were never just for aesthetic purposes, they were functional and spiritual too. That's why I think traditional art here is much more than decoration. It's identity woven into every thread. And preserving these forms is like preserving our national DNA.
So, waiting for your own answer now.
Yeah, I think that in my country, the two most major painting is major painting is the reason why major painting is one of the most well-known traditional forms in our country is that in the past Kazakhstan has fought a lot, and there most of the time there have been always people there have been people that painted the battles and epic moments of these battles, and due to that major paintings show it in great detail and attention. Meanwhile, jewelry making is also very important to us since it has been passed down to us from generation to generation, and it's sort of a culture. It's sort of a part of our culture, basically. And due to that, we often make them in every generation, even nowadays. So that's why I think that traditional art here is like a depiction. Dialogue. So in short, I'd say art has become more diverse, dynamic, and globally connected, which is both exciting and necessary.
So,
So I think that in the past few decades, art in my country has changed a lot since nowadays we don't just use our hands to paint. We also integrate the we digitally integrate other things like VR headsets and even AI. While traditional art is good and all, we can't deny the fact that new art forms are way better in most cases, since they are way more accessible to a wider range of audience, like people that are maybe poor or voices that aren't being heard. And just that it helps people communicate more effectively with each other, causing a more diverse change in the whole world, basically, of art, in the whole world of art. And so, moreover, social media has also helped artists gain more global recognition than they would gained in the past. Most of the time, when people make famous paintings in the past, they didn't receive their popularity at the time when they're living. In fact, most famous paintings weren't even famous when they were painted, and they became famous only after their creators died and they were discovered. Of course, nowadays technology has changed art so much that people doubt that art created by AI or that's created in VR technologies is considered real art. However, in overall, it still helps us a lot. And art has evolved since ancient times. So I think right now it's a step in our evolution, basically, in the evolution of art.
So. Can you check question 5 now?
Do you think children should study art in school?
So what is your answer now?
Yes.
Please, only 8 sentences and 60 to 90 seconds. 90 will be better.
One second. I think. Yes, I think I strongly agree with this statement. Yes, I strongly agree with this statement. Since art isn't just something like drawing some scribbles or some random paintings. Art is more a form of creativity, and it can help us develop it on a much wider scale. Art has developed since ancient times, and if you want to be an artist, the most basic requirement for you is imagination. Imagination plays a crucial role in an artist's life. Without imagination, an artist wouldn't be able to draw, for instance, a painting of a real person, because they would need to imagine how the person would look in their minds. And moreover, art can our brain that helps us gain rational thinking and be more creative. It's basically a way to gain creativity and quickly. And if we were to practice art, if children were to study art in school, then I think that their futures would be way more brighter since their imagination would become better, and they maybe even develop successful businesses with their ideas. So in conclusion, I think that yes, art shouldn't be optional, but should always be taught in school since it plays a crucial role in our lives, even if we don't notice it at that time.
Okay. So. Let's go. Where is this next part? Here. How can children benefit from learning about art? Can you read this example and answer the question, please?
Children benefit from learning art in countless ways. But I think the biggest advantage is that it allows both imagination and empathy. When a child paints or sculpts, they're not just creating, they're interpreting the world around them in a way that words can't always capture. I've worked with young learners who use colors to describe feelings they can express verbally. That kind of creative thinking transfers to other subjects too, like science or storytelling. Art also helps children develop fine motor skills, patience, and attention to detail. And when they explore different styles or cultures through art, they naturally become more open-minded. It's like giving them a new language to understand both themselves and others. So to me, art education isn't just enrichment, it's essential for building emotionally literate human beings. Oh, my throat is so sore.
So,
isn't just basically question 5?
something, but not directly. It's about the benefit. It's not about just only the education.
Okay.
So listening to you.
I think that children benefit in